Welcome to Barre. My name is Jenny, and I'm excited to see you guys today. We're going to go ahead and start standing to begin with. We'll move from there. Sound good? All right. Roll your shoulders back. Feet are nice and wide. Heels in, toes out. Here we go. Inhale, reach up and down. Bend your knees. Inhale up and down. Good. Inhale up and down. Inhale up and down. Good. And up and down, up and down. Good. Here we go. Arms reach out, up and down, up and down. Good. Knees go wide, same direction as your toes. Good. Pulses, breathe. Good. Stand up and down, up and down, up and down. Good. Pulses. Here we go. Second. Up and down. Here we go. Up and down, up and down, up. Good. Pulses. Here we go. Up, up. Singles. Each heel. Lift and lift, lift and lift. Good. Good. Pulses. Nice. Step it up. Heels in, toes out. First position. Here we go. Down and up. So you're not bending your knees as much as the other. So you have it as far to go. Pulses down, pulse. Hands can be here first. Stand up. Here we go. Down and up, down and up, down. Nice. Pulses. Tuck your tailbone under. So make sure that whenever you're in this pulse, you haven't like stuck your butt out. Everything stays over your midline. Down and up. Here we go. Good. All right, pulses. Here we go. All righty, stay here. Lift your heels. Hold this one up. Little pulses. Just really stretching through that foot. Other side. All right, 4 by 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 3, 2, 1, 2. Switch. 2. Switch. 2. Switch. 2. Singles. Here we go. 1, 1, 1, 1. Good. Stand all the way up. Nice. Shake out your legs. Should be getting kind of warm now. Let's go ahead and take those feet wide. We're going to do reach and pulse. Here we go. Reach, pull back. Reach over, pull back. Good. So your hand can brace you on this bottom leg, or if you don't need it. Good. Really just warming up the shoulder, more into those legs, core, and our spine. Good. One more. Good. Other side. Here we go. Bend, recover. Again, you can use this hand. You're still needing to warm up. Or if you don't need it, don't use it, because that'll engage more of your core and your back muscles. Keep going. Nice. Really, excellent. All righty. Feet are nice and wide, finding that second position, plie. Here we are, roll your shoulders back. Again, tuck your tailbone under, yeah? Arms are here, first position, side to side, like you're taking a giant beach ball, side to side, just warming up our spine. Belly button towards your spine. Good. All right, let's work into the brain. So open and side, open and side. So your torso is still doing that twist, but we're switching our arm situation here. If you need to, you can stand up to do these. Otherwise, stay low. This is getting us ready to move those legs. Are you ready? All right, adding in the legs. Down, middle, down, middle, down, middle, down, middle. Good. Down, middle, down, middle, down, middle. Good, keep going. Few more. Next time you're on that first side, stay there, pulses. Good, low and hold, tuck your tailbone and out, in and out, really working through your quad. Good, keep going, in and out. You can put your hands there to kind of help guide. Or if you need to hold on to something, you can do that. Almost there. One more. Middle, here we go, side, middle, side, middle. Go back to our original arms. Work your brain. Use your arms. That's going to help work your brain. Full body workout here, right? Good. Keep going. All right, stay here. Pulses down. Make sure this knee's going straight down. You're not moving forward like this. Think down. Good. All right, here we go. Tuck, tuck, and under. Tuck. Again, still warming up our spine. Now, clearly our quad as well. Using our glutes too. Nice. Breathe. Sweet, let it go. Woo, step it up. All right, hopefully those legs are nice and warm. Excellent. So we're going to do a little bit of movement because you know we haven't been moving already. Go ahead and find, this is a curtsy lunge. Yes. So you curtsy, step out, curtsy. Yeah. So don't just step back, bend that back knee as well. Good. And if you get ambitious, you can always jump these. I like to have low to no impact for these classes. So I am not jumping, but just to demo what that would look like, you can jump. Yeah. Good. That'll really up your cardio in about 5 seconds. So if you want that, go for it. Good, hold on that first side. Here we go. Down, pulses. Good. Awesome. Have a little bit of a lean forward. You can place your hands here. Toes come off the ground in the back to your butt. Connect and lower, up and down. Belly button is in. Use your abs. Great for your back here. Strengthening your back by having this nice little forward lean. You can be really firing up this leg, yeah? And balance potentially. All the things. One more. Good, tuck those toes under, down, up, down, up. Good. You can also flow faster if you'd like, or you can flow at this pace, up to you. Good, keep going. Don't forget, you are doing a curtsy lunge back there. So bend that back knee and your front knee. Nice, one more. Hold here, here we go, pulses. Good. Nice and tall. Good, shoulders, stay down. All right, forward lean, here we go. Tap and down, tap and down. Keep a nice bend in your front knee and that nice forward lean. Good, find your breath. Beautiful, keep going. Sweet, tuck your toes down, up. Last set of these. Remember, you have that jumping option if you'd like it. Perfect. Two more. All right, and you're done with that move, right? All right, let's go back to those plie squats, using our brain a little bit more here before we move our way onto our bar. All right, heels in, toes out, early shoulders back. So go down, elbow pull, down, back up. Down, elbow pull, up, stand up. Good. So these are called arrow pulls. Just connecting that elbow with your hip. Good. You can also connect it with your leg if you want to squat even lower. Sweet. Stay here, just pull. One more. Stand up. Excellent. Roll your shoulders back. If you need to grab a drink of water, please do so. Meet me at your bar. Alrighty. Heels in, toes out. Roll those shoulders back. Collarbones stay lifted, yeah? So we also don't want to jut out our ribs. Bring this all into your midline so you feel nice, powerful, and strong here. Good. Heels up and down. Simple releve for now. So if you want, you don't have to have your hands on for this. You can work on to your balance. If your hands are on, no death grip, just your hands are nice, fingertips lightly on. Good, thinking tall. Good. Few more. Good old calf raises or releves, we call them. All right, leave it lifted. See if you can find balance, maybe taking one arm up and then the other hold. Good, leave your heels up, hands find your bar again. Little pulses, so your heels don't tap down, you're just high pulses. Good, breathe. So the fun thing about bar, right, is that we're gonna work all these little muscles you may not normally work. So you may not sweat as much, but definitely you'll feel it. And it's really good because those are gonna support your big muscles. They're just as important, or we wouldn't have them. Little pulses, yes, you can. All right, drop it all the way down. Here we go. Bring your feet into parallel. So heels are in line with your toes. And we're gonna work to pedal out. Here we go. Up and up, up and up. Just kind of hitting the reset button in between sets. Good. Good, let that go. All right, hopefully you worked it out a little bit. Hands can be on the bar or off the bar. We're gonna take some hip circles. Here we go. Hip. Good, so bringing in some modern dance here a little bit. But it's good, we need to find this movement. All right, other way, same hip. Roll like you're rolling around. You can also, you don't need your bar to necessarily do this. Good. Awesome. Other hip, here we go. Roll, circle. Easier this way, right? If there's going to be an easy way to do it, it's this way. So you reverse that. All righty, reverse. Here we go. Up and around. Send it back to the front. Good. You can have your hands down or on your hip, up to you. Excellent. Good. All righty. Hopefully you got those a little bit loosened up. We're going to use them. Roll your shoulders back, heels and toes out. So you're in that turnout position. Take your foot behind you. Your ankle is going to go up to the sky. So there's two ways. Your top of your foot can be towards the ground or more turned out, ankle to the sky. And that's the one we're starting with. So roll those shoulders back. Whenever you're ready, lift and lower. Up and tap. Up and tap. Up and tap. Good. Keep going. Now you can stay with me on my pace, or you can go to the beat of your music, which makes it a little more fun, right? Good. Belly button in towards your spine. Make sure you're not like dumping out and arching back. Keep everything in control. Good. Leave it back there lifted. Here we go. Pulses. Good. Bring it back in. So same thing. Heels are in, toes are out. We're going to lift to the side. Same leg. Here we go. Out and in. Out and in. Really zip it up when it comes back in. Keep going. All right, leave it lifted up to the side, pulses. Try to stay over your leg. You're not like leaning to the side, right? Good, breathe. Nice, let that go. Woo, maybe pedal off those feet. And then just turn it a little bit of an angle so that you can go to the front with that same leg. Cool, heels in, toes out, roll your shoulders back, nice and tall. Here we go, up and in. Batma. Good, up and in. Good. So make sure that your torso is staying engaged here. So we're not like, right, having some weird motion going out there torso. Keep everything up nice and tall. Good. All right, leave it up this time. Pulses as high as you can. Ankle towards the ceiling. And lower. Excellent. You're going to stay at this angle position to your bar. You have developed pace. So we will start with the front, then we'll go to the side, then we'll go to the back. So take your foot out, bring it up, drag it up along your leg, extend out and down. Up and drag, extend out and down. Up and drag, then out and down. Up and drag, out and down. Chest stays lifted, up, extend out and down. Up, extend out and down again, up, then out and down, up, extend out and down. Good. Up, find passe. Here we go. So we're going to have a little attitude lift. So from passe, here, here to here, here to here, here to here. Nice. So I'm just making this nice shape with my leg, this nice open shape, keeping my knee open to the side. Kind of like lifting the whole unit, yeah? Woo. Few more. Hold it, pulses, here we go, knee stays wide. Think about sending your ankle towards the ceiling. You got it. Nice. Breathe. No death grip, right? On that bar. Nice. Ooh, let it go. Alrighty. Develop it to the side. Roll your shoulders back. You can stay at this angle or face back to your bar. Here we go. Out. Drag it up. Out. Drag it up. Out. Drag it up. Nice. Got a few more. Ooh, keep going. All right, passe. Just your knee lifts up, up, up. Good, so leg is open to the side. Nice. All right, leave your knee up, extend out and tap, out and tap, out and tap, out. Few more. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Good. Ooh, kind of work through the hips. See where those hip circles come in handy? Now you're like, oh, I need those now. Good. Take as many as you need whenever you're ready. You're going to turn back to your bar, or you can stay at your angle. It's up to you. We have this developed pace to the back, which feel a little awkward, but you know, we got to get all sides of our leg, right? So here we go. Take it back. You're going to bring it in, drag it up, extend, down. Bring it in, drag it up, extend, and down. Bring it in, drag it up, extend back, and down. Good. Good. A little different for your brain, yeah? And trying to keep that body upright and not be like, whenever you snap, be like, ooh, like, don't do that. Nice and tall. Good. All right, connect it back, lift, back. So that same unit, trying to keep that nice bend in your knee, and maybe a little micro bend in your standing leg. Knee goes wide, just lifting to the back. Good. Good pulses. Here we go. Make sure you're breathing, no death grip. Nice. Ooh, take it down. Should have gotten that all the way up in your back. Feels nice. You're like, nice is relative, right? Different definitions of nice. Alrighty, if you want to move your furniture around, you can. Basically, we're going to the other leg. So you just need to make sure that you have space for that leg to go all the directions. Cool? All right, let's go ahead and prance it out just to hit the reset button. So feet are parallel, pull your shoulders back. Here we go. Up and up. Nice. Few more. Last one. Good. All righty. Hopefully you're feeling good. You can kind of shake it out, do whatever you got to do. And other side. Here we go. Heels in, toes out, roll the shoulders back. Just straight back. Yeah, do you remember these? Cool. Here we go. Back and in. Back and in. Good. Remember, try to keep this all engaged. No loosey-goosey in our torso. Belly button to spine, nice and tall. Think tall. Good. Good, leave it lifted this time, pulses. Ankle towards the ceiling. Awesome, let it go. Woo. All right, heels are still in, toes are out. Leg lifts to the side. Little shoulders back. Here we go. Out and in, out and in, out and in. Good. Shoulders are down, collarbones lifted. Always be checking into your form. Nice, lovely form. Awesome, leave it lifted, pulses as high as you can. How high were you just getting your leg up there? That high, that's how high you want to pulse if you can. And let it go. Woo. Alrighty, go ahead and turn at your angle so your leg can come out, yes? Ankle towards the sky. Roll your shoulders back, heels and toes out. Arm out to the side if you'd like. Here we go. Up and in, up and in, up. Good. Remember, keep everything engaged here. Good. Keep it going. Leave it up this time, pulses up, pulse, ankle to the sky. Awesome, let it go. Nice, do whatever you gotta do. We'll do some of those hip circles afterwards, but just taking some figure eights right here. Forward and around, forward and around. Good, other direction, just give it a go. Take it back and around. Yeah, maybe. You can bend your knees to do this. Alrighty, here we go. We have those développés. So heels and toes out, take your foot out, ankle to the ceiling. Cool, here we go. Drag it up your leg, extend out. Drag it, extend. You can go slower, you can go faster, it's up to you. So arms out to the side, because it's very bar-like, but also might as well be building some strength in those arms while we're at it. Good, think tall. Good, stay engaged through your core, through that torso. Good, come on up, find your passe, and then extend out, pulses, here we go. Keep that knee nice and wide, ankle, think ankle to the sky. All right, passe, attitude, going back and forth between the two. So kind of maintaining this open shape with your leg. Good, breathe. Nice, shoulders are down even though the arm is up. Good. One more. Excellent. Woo, kind of working that out. All righty. I don't know if I'm getting sore from today or from what I did yesterday, but we're here, yeah? We're in it today. So to the side, ready? Take it out. Point, develop, extend. Good, just tracing up that leg, extending out to the side now. If your hip pops while you do this, that's okay. You can adjust the angle so it doesn't pop, or you can just hang with it. It'll be fine. Good. So why is my hand on my tummy right now? Because I am trying to make sure that my torso is staying where I need it to be. So sometimes it's handy to have your hand there, because otherwise you can get kind of loosey-goosey through it. So this is just helping me keep everything in a line. You might try it out. Great, leave that arm out to the side. Good. Just knee pulses up. Make sure you're not dumping into this hip. Everything is up in a line, nice and tall. Good. All right, knee extends out. Extend, in. Extend, bring it in. Nice. Few more, you got it. 2, last one. Nice. Woo! You can make noises because your legs can't. All righty, to the back. I'm gonna go ahead and turn and face my bar. All right, no death grip. You get sweaty hands if you do death grip. All right, heels are in, toes are out. Go ahead and extend that leg behind you, finding that lovely developed peg to the back. So bring it in, extend out, bring it in. Knee is nice and wide. Good. Good, trying not to have a forward lean, staying nice and tall. Good. Again, keep those shoulders down. Knee stays wide. Good, all righty. This next one, develop, and then attitude to the back pulses. Good. You can put a micro bend in your standing leg, especially if you tend to hyperextend that knee. Definitely put a little bit of a bend there, otherwise it can be nice and straight. All right, keeping that shape down and up. Here we go. Passe, extend. Passe, attitude. Good. Shoulders stay down, no death grip. Few more, you got it. Last one. Good, let it go. Alrighty, let's try those hip circles one more time. Hands can be on or off. Here we go, take it around, forward. Just pick a leg. You can kind of get your ankle and your knee involved in this. Good, other way, back and around. Good. All right, other side, here we go, around. Good, other way. Take it around. Doesn't have to look like mine. Just move that hip around. Excellent. Let's stretch out your back here for a moment. So go ahead and step away. Really let your chest fall through your arms. All right, and then just walk your feet in a hair, bend your knees, and kind of pull away if you can. If your chair is not like mine and it's sturdy, you can really lean into this. Good, roll through your spine, coming up. Good, bring it on up. Take your chair off your mat. Grab, if you moved it, grab a drink of water, and then we're gonna come down to the ground for some floor bar. Sweet. I'm gonna move myself out of my sun patch here. Thank you, time change. All right. Whenever you're ready, we will meet down on the ground, sitting on your butt, finding a boat pose here. So roll your shoulders back, lean back. but you can keep your feet on the ground. Maybe just point your toes, take your heels up off the ground, arms reach out, pulses. Whenever you're ready, meet me here. Good. Keep going. All right, go ahead and set it up. We're going to add on to that. So again, feet can be flat on the ground, or you can have those heels lifted up off the ground. I think I'm going to try to do my feet flat this time. So when you sit up, you're going to really try to reach your chest up and arms reach up. And then as you come back, you're going to come to one side, up, other side. So just taking your nice ballet arms or your giant beach ball, up and to the side. Good. Really trying to sit up tall in between. Good, keep going. All to one side. Here we go. Up, reach forward. Up, reach forward. Good. One more. Other side, here we go. One more. Nice. Ooh. All righty, maybe find let your knees come open wide. The quads, right? Sometimes it's those quads. All righty, we're gonna work our arms here. We're also gonna keep working our abs and our legs. So triceps, to begin with, lean back. So elbows go straight back, hands are underneath those shoulders. Chest stays lifted. If this is really easy for you, you can always bring your hips up off the ground, lowering down and up. Okay, either way, of course it's gonna get harder, but you can make it harder now if you want. Good, all right, get off your arms for a second, especially if you had your hips off the ground. Maybe let those legs crawl open just a little bit, find a little bit of a butterfly here. Take a deep breath, sit up nice and tall. Alrighty, so I take these little breaks in between our abs just so that you can do the exercise well and fully, and hopefully for the whole time, but yeah. So just taking those little breaks so we can go intense whenever we go. Alrighty, so you can have both feet, you can have one foot on. Here, let me show you your options. You're gonna take one leg up here, and you're gonna extend out and in, out and in, and you'll start all with one leg. Now, if you want, you can take this leg up off the ground. So you're extending, yeah. Third option, you can do both the whole time. I'm gonna do one leg at a time, so if you do both the whole time, you're gonna be doing a lot of extra, but that's what you want, that's what you want. All right, so choose foot on the ground or up. You can always change it whenever you're ready. Here we go. Down. So still leaning into those arms, right? Getting a little bit of triceps, not as much as we were initially, but still some good triceps. Also braces. So sometimes people do this without their hands on the ground. Crazy, I know. We do it sometimes too, but. One more. Good, sit up tall. I like to just, cross my legs, just sit nice and tall. Stretch out my back and off my hands. Give my quads a rest. Whatever you need, right? That's what you're gonna end up doing too. All righty. Hands behind you. All right, so that back leg, remember, you can have your foot on the ground and doing these, or you can be up here, dropping just that back leg, or you can be doing both. Okay. All right, find your position. Whenever you're ready, here we go. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Good, keep going. Few more. Four more, here we go. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Woo, sit that up. Oh, excellent. Go ahead and turn over onto your belly. We're going to get the back side of your legs, your back, all the good things. For now, find Sphinx pose or bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Stretching out your abs. Different direction for your back, right? All right, so we're going to take some lifts here. So you can choose if you need to work your upper body or your lower body more. You want to go both. I'm doing both. But just so you see what you're doing, you're going to take your arms out. So it's like in that ballet arms, but obviously it's on the ground. And you're going to lift up, legs and arms up. Again, trying to use your back. So don't just lift your shoulders up. That's not really helping you. Keep that nice position as you lift. Now, option here is that you can do just your legs. And you can even do one at a time. Or you can do just your upper body if you really need to strengthen your upper body more, or both, all right? Alrighty, here we go. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Good, keep going. Few more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Press it back, finding a child's pose. Your knees go wide, feet together, send it back. Good. All right, bring it on to all fours. If your wrists tend to get kind of unhappy in all fours, you can always be on your fists, okay? Otherwise, you're on your hands. Go ahead and take one leg back, flex your foot, into your butt, lift your heel up towards the sky. Belly button in towards your spine. So make sure you're not dumping into your belly. You're really pulling that up. All right, point that toe. You're going to take it across your body and open to the side. Nice, some rainbows here. So it can be more of half moon as you drag along the ground. Or you can have that nice arch for your rainbow. Good, your choice, keep going. Kick your chair. And let it go. Excellent. You can hit that child's pose again or just come up onto your feet. Basically, whatever, just get off your hands. Give them a little bit of a rest. Great. Other side, whenever you're ready. Coming into all fours, belly back, flex your foot, and pulses to the ceiling. Go. All right, rainbows, point your toe, tap behind you, and open to the side. Nice big arcs if you can. You gotta keep going. One more. Nice. Let it go. Ooh, sit on up. Whatever, get off your hands. We do have a few push-ups coming your way, so just using those arms. Can't neglect them, okay? So, having some nice arms, we're gonna just do 10 push-ups, take a break, we'll do 10 more. Sound good? All right, you can do them on your hands. Well, you have to do them on your hands, but you can do them on your knees or on your toes. Just to demo, If you're new to push-ups, super new to push-ups, you can be in this tabletop position, just dipping your chest, okay? Or if you like recently injured your shoulder or your arm and you're just coming back, stick with just the chest dip. If you need to be on your knees, and you're ready for the next step, maybe bring those hips in a line with your, nice diagonal line, and then you're here, right? Or you can be on your toes. So once you do 10, then you get to take a break. I'm not going to count for you. Go whenever you're ready. Just take a little bit of a break whenever you're done, but take your time. So option, you can do those regular push-ups again, or if you want to challenge yourself, do tricep push-ups. So what does that mean? Hands are underneath your shoulders and your elbows brush by your side. So instead of those elbows wide, you're gonna let those elbows brush by your side. I'd rather you do full range of motion. So if you only do 5, I'd rather you do 5 than 10 and go all the way, okay? Whenever you're ready, go ahead and go 10 of them, or however many. Excellent, how are we doing? You got it? Alrighty. Go ahead and roll over onto your back. A few more abs coming your way. Alrighty, heels in, knees out. And then lift your heels up off the ground, toes are on the ground. Hands to your temples or behind your head. Just your upper body for now. Crunches to the ceiling, knees are wide. Good, relax. You can keep your hands where they're at. Heels are still lifted, yeah? Just your lower body. Here we go. Lift those heels to the sky. Good, keep going. Awesome, let it go. All right, now we have a giant C crunch. So moving both at the same time, maybe even connecting your elbows to your knees. You never know, it could happen. Whenever you're ready, here we go. Keep going. Last one. Nice, let it go. Ooh, we can bring your knees back together. Take those legs out long. All right, we have leg lifts. So hands can be behind your head, by your side, or underneath your hips. If you don't do these that often, maybe have your hands under your hips. It's whenever your low back comes off the ground that you know you need a little bit more support. So roll chin to chest, little leg lifts. So 6 inches to a foot off the ground. Go when you're ready. Make sure you're still trying to breathe. Good, and relax, back down, breathe. So we have flutter kicks this time. Same thing, nice and low. Curl your chin to your chest, flutter kicks, go. Let it go, breathe. All right, under, over for these next ones. So like your scissors, under, over. Roll your chin to your chest and go. Point your toes. And let it go. Good, lay back down. Nice. All right, abs of your choice for the last one. I'm gonna do bicycles, so you can always follow me, or like I said, abs of your choice. If there's one you know you like, maybe even one we've done today, go for it. Otherwise, whenever you're ready, go. And let it go. Laying on down. Excellent. We are going to get up to stretch though. So at least sit up. Nice. You can take those legs nice and wide for the splits. Don't be like, oh, splits. You can just do a nice little V if you'd like, or you can really, whatever. I don't care. You're going to stretch, okay? As long as this is stretch for you, that's all I care about. Just begin to walk yourself forward. And continue to breathe. Nice. Walk yourself over to one leg, stretch. You can go up and over if you'd like. And other side, maybe face it for a little bit. Whenever you're ready, you can go up and over. You can flex your feet or point your toes. It's up to you. Just engage your feet, so don't let them just hang out. Good, sit back up. Grab for the inside of those legs. Bring it in, heels, feet together, so tall, and fold over. Good, come all the way back up. Go ahead and find your feet, stand onto your feet. Find your chair. We're gonna do figure four at your chair, which is awesome. So feet face dead on. Cross one leg over like you're gonna sit in a chair. Sink those hips back. Good, breathe. And bring it on back up. Switch sides. Ooh, sit it down. Good, breathe. And stand it on up. Last stretch for your shoulders. One hand on, one hand off. Walk yourself around. Good, walk it back around. Other hand on, walk it around. Good. And walk it back around. Good, place your feet underneath your hips, side to side, just kind of ragdoll it out. Anything that might be left. Good. You shake it out a little bit. Awesome. Take one foot behind you. Inhale, arm reaches up. Exhale. Nice work. Way to go, guys. I hope that you had fun. And I hope that you have a good rest of your day. See you later. Thanks for joining.